Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. What's going on?
I'm just revising some topics and chemistry mostly.
Hmm. Did you give any other tests last few days?
Uh, yeah. So a few days ago, I had the Mathongo mock.
Hmm.
In that I had gotten 98.7 percentile.
What was the marks?
It was 179.
Why 179?
It was like kind of medium level paper.
Medium level? What was the split?
1 second.
Medium level paper 179 is not the marks, no? 200 is the target.
It was 71 physics, 63 chem, and 45 maths.
Chem and maths are too low. What is happening?
They were the hard part. I mean, chemistry was like medium, but maths was kind of hard. I've solved the paper now again, so I don't have any doubts in it.
What was the problem in chemistry?
Uh, I think it was just kind of, I wouldn't say time taking, but more like, uh, I
How many
think
questions did you get and how many wrongs happened?
only one wrong in each subject.
Why did you attempt so few? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think the questions were just kind of tough. I mean, they were asking some niche concepts that I had to revise.
you have the PDF of the paper.
Uh, 1 second.
How many questions did you attempt in each part?
I only got one wrong in each, so you can just calculate. Oh, wait, no, sorry. No, it's not that. No, I got two wrong in maths. Oh, wait, no, it's not showing. 1 second.
I need the total number of attempts in chemistry and maths. I don't care about one or two wrongs. Why is the attempt so few?
Yeah, attempted 12 in maths and 17, 17 in chemistry.
And out of 12, you got how?
Uh, I got nine of them.
And how is your marks 45?
Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad. 1 second. No, I attempted 15. I was looking at the correct questions. I attempted 15 and got three wrong. So
What about chemistry?
Yeah, so this one is correct are 16 and one is wrong. So 17 attempted, one wrong.
Here,
Over there, it's 18 attempted and one wrong.
why is what was the time that you took in chemistry in the paper?
1 second.
It is mentioned in they are tracking it.
Yeah,
How many minutes did you take in chemistry?
overall, I spent 45 minutes.
In chem
Yeah,
and in physics?
overall, physics 60 minutes.
What's going on in maths too? How is it
Yeah,
1 hour 15 minutes and only 15 attempts?
yeah, it was, I mean, I made some silly mistakes and some questions like
Even if you didn't make any silly mistakes and all of them were right, you would still get 60.
yeah,
How is that acceptable? Like, you can't take 1 hour 50 minutes, which is 75 minutes, and only attempt 15 questions.
yeah,
75, like, your average question is 5 minutes long in JEE Mains.
no,
How is it coming like this? If you're taking 75 minutes, you should have attempted 18, 19.
yeah,
All of this is okay. Chemistry, the attempts are still lower than what it should be.
yeah,
Physics is fine, chemistry is lower, and maths is much lower than what it should be for the amount of time you have given it.
yeah,
You are getting 45 marks in 1 hour 15 minutes of your paper. That is like almost half the time.
yeah,
That's not acceptable.
yeah.
Like, chemistry section, did you attempt question 26?
1 second.
One by one, we'll go through all the questions. Did you attempt question 26?
Sec.
Open the PDF.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, I did.
Did you get it right?
Yeah,
Do you have question wise time spent on each question given in your test?
no.
Question 27,
Yeah, I did.
28.
No, I didn't do it.
Why? 28. Direct theory. If I think about it, I will also answer it correctly. And I have not studied chemistry for 15 years.
Yeah,
Why is
I got
this?
confused.
pH of the aqueous solution of one of the following salts is independent of its concentration. Like, I'm pretty sure that if I think about it right now, I can figure it out.
Yeah, I had gotten confused.
This takes 10 seconds for a student who is prepared.
Yeah,
10 seconds.
yeah.
What is the confusion here? What do you mean I had gotten confused?
I didn't remember the formula.
What form?
There's different formulas for to calculate pH.
Why do you need a formula? You just need understanding of what happens. You think we need to find the pH for each solution? The question is
No.
asking us for whether the pH is independent of the concentration of the salt,
Yeah,
which is basically the molar concentration of the parts that come out, ions. Is the
yeah,
pH independent of it or not?
yeah,
Basically, you don't understand this whole ionic equilibrium and acidity, basicity, and all.
yeah. I revised it.
What is the answer?
It's D.
Why?
Uh, when you start doing these calculations to find the molarity, um, the concentration part gets cancelled out, and you're only left with um, the Ka value and the equilibrium constant value.
What's the difference between 1 and 4?
One is a it's a strong, I mean it's part of a strong base, so it's a basic salt. But the fourth one is weak acid and weak base both.
This you have not read before.
Yeah, I have it.
This question is not acceptable that it's not done in the
Yeah,
exam.
yeah.
29. What happened to 29?
I solved it.
30,
Uh, yeah, I solved it.
31,
Yeah, I solved it.
32,
Yeah, I solved it.
33,
Yeah, I solved it.
34,
Yeah, I solved it.
35,
Yeah, I solved it.
36,
I solved it.
37.
Yeah, I solved it.
So all the non-attempts are where?
Uh, 38 I didn't do.
Among the following, which one will have largest OO bond length? You don't know the structure of peroxide, superoxide, and all.
Yeah, I do. But even that is like I mean, I realized later that there was a much easier way to do it.
You need to know your bond order of each.
Yeah, yeah,
KO2, O2 has bond order 2, O2
yeah,
plus, you have to calculate bond order for each.
yeah, yeah.
What's the problem?
I had gotten confused in the exam.
What is the confusion?
I just forgot like how to solve these questions.
I don't understand. Have you read chemical bonding chapter?
Yeah,
How can you forget how to find length of a two bonds?
yeah,
Anybody who has read chemical bonding chapter knows the length of double bond is shorter, single bond is longer, triple bond is shortest, and
yeah,
bond order decides the length of the bonds.
yeah,
How can you forget that? I also remember it.
yeah.
You don't know how to find bond order.
I know.
I don't understand. Please explain a little bit. What happened in the exam?
I had just forgotten it during the exam.
This is not a memorization thing that anybody can forget. This is concepts. Do you know the concept?
Yeah,
So what happened when you read the question? What you thought something you have to remember?
yeah,
You thought that you have to mug up these things.
yeah.
How? Why? I don't get it. Like you think bond order, length of bonds and all are to be mugged.
No, I mean I did it later. Yeah,
So two questions which are guaranteed marks. If I was writing the paper when I was preparing, these two questions are guaranteed.
yeah,
And it should be guaranteed marks for you also.
yeah.
What happened to 39,
I did it.
40,
I did it.
41,
Yeah, I did it.
42? Again, bond angle and all. Now you do not do it, right?
I No, I didn't do it.
From the following statement, all the elements of group 15 form hydrides of this type. From the following given statements with respect to EH3 select. Basicity and reducing strength is maximum for an basically some statements they have said and they want you to check figure out which one is correct, which one is wrong.
Yeah.
Basically, you have not studied chemical bonding chapter. Chemical
Okay.
bonding, trends, periodic trends. The thing that I wanted you to study from JD so that there is no confusion, no doubts. You have not done it.
I need to revise it again.
These are like basic conceptual questions. I mean, it's all of these questions. This is the third question. All of these questions will be solved in over the course of three questions. It will take you 3 to 5 minutes to get all these answers.
Yeah.
If you study chemistry like you're supposed to study it, these are
Yeah.
not memorization things.
Yeah.
Trends, properties of bond angle. You don't know VSEBR model.
I know.
So size of the central atom will decide the angle and all. You don't know electron cloud, how it will move around.
I know.
Boiling point, inter van der Waals forces. You cannot figure out a trend between van der Waals forces between all of these.
Yeah, I can.
Which will have the highest boiling point out of those four hydrates?
Yeah, it will be NH3.
Why will it be NH3?
And NH3 can have hydrogen bonding.
And if NH3 was not in the group, how will the order of the hydrides bond boiling point will be?
It will be in like the last one will be first. So antimony would be on top, and then arsenic, and then phosphorus.
On top means what? Which will have low or which will have high boiling point?
Highest would have been antimony, then arsenic, then phosphorus.
Why will phosphorus mineral have lower than antimony? What is the reason?
Uh, I, I mean, that's just the trend is that the
What's the
higher
reason? No, I don't need the trend. I need explanations. Why would you say this has lower boiling or whatever you're saying? Which has greater boiling point?
antimony.
Why? This is why you are struggling because you don't know any reasons. You just knew. You think you have to remember trends. You think
Yeah,
this is a trend that I have to remember. I can explain the reason right now.
yeah,
Can you explain the reason? I don't study chemistry. Last 15 years or 20 years, it's been 2007 I studied chemistry. I can explain the reason why this will have a higher boiling point. Please explain why.
well, we can say that antimony is a metal, so it can have
Nobody
um
cares. They are in the same group. They have the same behavior. How can antimony become a metal?
it is antimony is metal, but phosphorus is
These
gas.
you think metal non-metal is a strict rule like a law of nature or it's just a name we have given?
I mean, metals will have different properties than non-metal.
Do you think there is a strict hard and fast demarcation between metal and non-metal? Are they in the same group?
Yeah, they are.
So what do you mean this is a metal and this is non-metal? Their electronic configuration is the same.
Yeah,
So what do you mean? What is metal non-metal there then? Do you think electronic configuration matters more or names like metal, non-metal and metalloid and all?
yeah, electronic configuration.
Metal, non-metal are just names. There is no rigid boundary or law, Newton's laws here. They are
Yeah,
just descriptive names. We don't know what to call some of them.
yeah,
Why are you bringing that up? How does that affect boiling point? It's a hydride.
yeah.
What are the forces that affect boiling points? Boiling point, what are the things that will affect boiling point according to you?
The intermolecular forces between the atoms, or
Not between atoms. They are intermolecular forces for a reason. What do you
right.
mean between atoms? Between big molecules.
Yeah, yeah, between each molecule, right.
The
Then,
strongest is hydrogen bond.
yeah,
If the force is strong, what will happen to boiling point?
it will increase.
What are the intermolecular forces that you have heard about other than hydrogen bond?
There's van der Waal forces,
Mhm.
then the ionic forces and covalent bonding.
What do you mean ionic forces?
Um,
If there are no ions here, so we will reject this.
yeah, then there'll be covalent bonding.
Covalent bonding is not an intermolecular force, dude. What do you mean? Covalent bonding is inside the molecule. That's how the molecule was formed.
Then I mean there'll be the um like like a
What is van der Waals force?
it's the forces between like gaseous ions, or sorry, just gaseous molecules.
What is it? How does it work? What is it? You don't know, right?
No, I know.
What is it? How does it work?
Like there's like the molecules will like induce a charge on each other. So uh then there'll be like a kind of ionic force, but they're not ions, but um
What do you
since
mean they
the
will induce charges in each
because one might be more electronegative than the other, so it will pull the electrons towards it.
other? No, no. Like it's not other molecules inducing charges on each other. It's the fact that there is a molecule like this and there are some atoms here and there is a big electron cloud all around it. And by nature and by atomic structure and principle of uncertainty, the electron cloud is not a perfectly symmetrical electron cloud all the time.
Right, yeah.
The electron cloud might be in such a way that there is a slight negatives for some small moment of time and a slight positive this side because it is the electrons are shifted this side for a moment,
Right,
and in the next moment they will switch sides.
yeah,
It is not happening because of somebody else inducing it.
yeah.
It is happening because the electron clouds are probabilistic and electrons can exist anywhere in this whole space
Right,
in the
yeah.
molecular orbital, and they may not always be perfectly symmetrical.
Right,
And if they are not perfectly symmetrical, there will be tiny dipole between this and the next molecule.
right,
And there will be small forces which exist briefly, then it changes and becomes in a certain different direction. And there are weak electron uh, attractive forces that come.
right, yeah.
It is like a weak version of hydrogen bond which keeps intermittently changing.
Right,
And the strength of that bond depends on the surface area of the whole electron cloud.
yeah.
The more the surface area, the more interactions it can have with nearby molecules.
Right, yeah.
When will surface area will be bigger?
If there's a bigger central atom, or if there's a bigger um like
SbH3 will have a bigger surface area than PH3.
yeah.
And SbH3 will have more van der Waals forces and therefore a higher boiling point.
Right, yeah.
But if you think that it's supposed to be mugged up, a trend to mug up, then they will never get good at it.
Right.
This is what happens if you think that it's supposed to be mugged up and all. It's not. It's conceptual, it's theoretical, and that's why I asked you to read JD Lee.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why at this late stage you are having doubts like this. Like, after reading the solution, you thought that it's a trend that we have to memorize. Down the rope, it will increase. You need to understand why. You
Yeah.
can't ignore the why.
Yeah.
Like, there are 2, 3 chapters in inorganic chemistry which you need to really understand chemical bonding, all of these trends. You need to read it from proper books and know the reasons. If you don't know the reasons, it will all be like a haze.
Yeah.
Bond order, molecular orbital theory, all of these things are theoretical, which everyone who is serious should know reasons for.
Right.
What happened to 43?
Uh,
You didn't do it.
no, I didn't do it.
You don't know the DMG plus nickel 2 slot plus this is red plus. You don't know the fact.
No, this was uh I hadn't done this because we have this for like our school chemistry practical exam, but nickel is not part of that, so I have forgotten to learn it.
Where is it? Which chapter is it part of?
It's salt analysis.
Did I tell you salt analysis you have to prepare 2 months ago?
Yeah,
But you didn't do qualitative analysis then.
I had done it. I mean, I had done it a few weeks ago as well for school, but
There will be a question for sure that will come. You need to prepare it. That's why I said focus only on chem.
yeah,
Qualitative analysis, chemical bonding, periodic trends in everything, molecular orbital theory, structure, molecular structure, metallic bonding. When I say structure, I mean VACPR plus molecular orbital method,
right,
crystal field theory, coordination compounds, structure there. All of these things plus trends in a group slash period in your P block, S block, D block, whatever chemistry you're learning there, trends there. All of these things have to be read with the point of view that it's not blind factual memorization. It's not that.
right, yeah,
If you think that it is that, then you will not be able to get more than 65.
yeah,
Do you realize what I'm saying right now?
yeah,
So you have 7, 8 days. It is enough time to prepare all of this really well.
yeah,
That's all you need to do.
right,
You have to read it from not just NCRT. If NCRT is not giving you reasons, you need to go to JD Lee. If JD Lee is not, JD Lee will give you the reasons for everything.
yeah,
You have the physical book, right?
yeah. No, no, I have the online like a PDF of it.
Whatever you cannot understand in NCRT, if you read NCRT for these things and you feel like I don't know why it happens and I'm basically mugging it, you need to find the reason.
Yeah,
Don't be satisfied by just mugging it, because you'll have to prepare it for JEE Advanced and they will not let you get away with pure mugging.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you really know the reason, you can't solve questions.
Yeah.
So that's what your work from now till the exam. This is not just important for now, this is important for JEE Advanced.
Yeah.
44 is done. That is a standard reaction rate.
No, I was confused between two options.
Why? PHMGBr and THF and all, I know this is science, nucleophilic substitution.
Yeah, in the last step, I was confused between two options.
Okay. I don't know enough organic, but this doesn't seem like a difficult question.
I knew it had to be between the A or the B option, but I didn't remember which one it was.
Remember which one it was?
Like, I didn't remember what exactly the reagent did.
You don't know what THF is, tetrahydrofuran does.
No, no, the hydrolysis at the end.
Mhm.
That I didn't know whether it would add a OH or double bond O.
There is a compound like this CN. When you do PHMGBr, I am assuming this becomes Br, right?
No, no. Like the PHMG will the PH
Ah,
will attach
pH.
to the C.
Uh,
The
it
N
will
will remain. The N will remain
no.
as it is basically. It will just become NH.
This is first step is a nucleophilic substitution, right? What reaction
It
is this?
it is. It's Grignard reagent. It is nucleophilic substitution, but
So,
it's nucleophilic addition, not nucleophilic substitution. It's
so it is
nucleophilic
getting
addition.
added to this carbon
Added to
chain.
the C, yeah.
And what happens to the N then?
N will become NH. It remains attached only, but it gains a H.
Okay, I have forgotten this, so I can't answer this right now. But I mean, second step is H3O plus. I remember that this is not this is a standard thing.
Yeah, it is a H plus attacking or like just H2O addition. But I didn't know whether it would go like uh it could be either OH or double bond O. I mean that it depended um on the what I was reacting with. So I wasn't sure about that.
What is, are you sure now?
Yeah, yeah, I revised it.
From where?
Uh I just read it. It was there in NCRT itself.
Do you know reasons for what you have read? You
Uh
know the mechanism properly and understand why?
yeah, yeah.
Or have you just memorized?
No, I mean there's a certain reason for why it does that.
You are not sure though.
No, I learned it.
This is the fifth question, and this also seems conceptual and you should know it types.
Yeah,
Four other questions are totally knowable.
yeah.
45, what happened?
Uh, this one, I mean, I knew the thing, but I was
Hmm.
forgetting like what the
You don't know more
uh
salt.
no, I mean I forgot what the like. There's one thing called like N factor of the more salt. I forgot what that was.
You don't need n factor to know to do this question. Nobody uses n factors, dude.
We'll have to say that equivalence of the more salt is equal to equivalence of the ferrous sulfate is equal to equivalence of the potassium
You have
dichromate.
learned mole concept and you are still using n factor and all right now.
I mean, we can solve it with mole concept, but it would be much longer.
What is the advantage of not being able to solve it in the exam?
Yeah.
Is it better to solve it, or not being able to solve it?
No, I mean, I didn't know the reaction. So if you don't know the reaction, you could use the n factor method, but I didn't know the n factor either.
I don't understand. Who is asking you to memorize n factors? Have you heard of the word n factor in NCERT?
Uh,
Is it there in NCERT? Have you ever seen the term n factor in an NCERT textbook? Please tell me yes or no.
I mean, they don't call it n factor, but it's, I mean, the
No,
concept is there.
concept is there.
Yeah.
They don't use the word gram equivalents, and which is basically moles. They start using n factor. Have they ever used the word n factor and equivalent weights?
Yeah, it's there in the redox chapter.
Equivalent weights.
Yeah.
Okay. This is bullshit. Uh, Nobody uses it. It's 19th century terminology, like 1800s and all. Nobody uses it. Any proper textbook doesn't use it. And if you are using n factors to solve your mole concept questions, then like really, there's nothing to do then. In your coaching, definitely they will be talking about n factors, right?
Yeah.
Right. They have still not moved on in life. Do you know what more salt is?
Yeah.
What is the formula?
Uh, it's Fe. Uh,
You don't know it.
no, no, I know it. It's
It doesn't take so long when someone knows the name of the salt. No?
it's ammonium. Wait, Fe ammonium sulfate. So, uh, it's
The ammonium sulfate.
Fe ammonium sulfate will be. I think it's uh, NH NH4. So it'll be two NH4 uh, and FeSO4 twice.
I don't know what you're saying. FeSO, what is it? It's a compound salt of two salts.
Yeah, basically.
You are supposed to write the reaction and solve it by mole concept.
Yeah,
And that is easy enough. Nobody uses gram equivalent weights and n factors. If you look at any proper textbook of chemistry, and by that, by proper, I mean any foreign writer who is a proper professor, who
yeah,
has written a book in the 21st century, you will never find a word n factor there or equivalent weights.
yeah,
You will not find it anywhere because it's an outdated concept where people have to remember n factors. Do you think everyone prefers remembering n factors?
you don't need to remember it. You
Oh,
can like it's
figure
kind
it
of
out.
yeah.
Were you able to figure it out here?
No.
Why not?
uh, I mean, I didn't remember exactly what it was.
That's what I am saying. You are proving my point. Anyway, when I was preparing in 2007, I didn't use n factors ever because there is no logic to it and you have to mug up things.
Yeah,
Is there a nice logic like mole concept to it where you don't have to remember anything?
yeah.
In n factors, there is a logic.
No, no, I thought you meant more concept.
Like when you are solving problems, you will realize that some things are there is a method that they are using in coaching classes, booklets, or in Allen or whatever, where it doesn't seem any, there's no logic to it. They are just giving you some facts and you go ahead like that.
Yeah.
You have not realized that.
Yeah.
So when they are using such bullshit, you didn't realize, ki, wait, I will just use moles and maybe I'll just figure out like that.
Yeah.
You would have realized it if you had referred to any textbook. See, the when someone gives you some random concepts, obviously if you're not fully convinced, then you should search it out, no, find out what is n factor and how I'll find n factor. As soon as you try to find it in a textbook, you'll get 15 different rules.
Yeah.
There is no rules required for mole concept. It's common sense, it's simple,
Yeah. Right.
and nobody needs 10 different rules to remember. Already we have enough things to remember. I'm not going to remember these rules.
Right.
And that's why they don't use it anymore, because it's old stuff.
Yeah.
But you are still using it and you are skipping questions because you don't know n factor,
Yeah.
which is weird, man. Like, I can understand if the question is long and the balancing is difficult and you don't know the reaction, then you can't do mole concept. You can't balance the reaction, you can't do it.
Yeah.
But if anybody knew the reaction, how can they not do it by simple mole concept?
Yeah.
What happened to 46?
Uh,
You didn't do it.
no, I did it.
47?
I didn't do it.
Why?
No, I didn't know how to solve it.
Work done in an open vessel at 300 Kelvin when this much iron react to give F. What is the difficulty, dude? You don't know thermodynamics.
No, I mean, I had some variables that I like were not going away. So
Iron reacts with dilute HCl to give FCl2 plus H2.
yeah.
And the hydrogen, it is done in an open vessel, which means pressure is always atmospheric pressure.
Right.
So work is done against the atmosphere and P delta V, PAT, and delta V you have to find. What
Yeah,
is the
but
issue?
delta V, I didn't know how to get.
Why not? 112 gram of iron. Oh my god, dude. Delta V, you cannot find out how many moles of chlorine were released, hydrogen was released.
Yeah, you'll get two are released.
This is 2 moles, already iron 2 moles. So it would be FeCl2 plus H2. That's the balanced reaction.
Yeah.
So this will be 2 moles.
Yeah.
Work 2 moles of iron at 300 Kelvin. You don't know the volume of it.
But like they had asked, I mean, it should be delta V, so I
What
don't
is the
know.
volume of this? Solid plus liquid. Solid.
Oh, okay.
That's zero volume.
Yeah, right.
The gas that is produced has volume, whatever it occupies.
Yeah.
Delta V is simply the volume of hydrogen. It's so simple.
Yeah.
Okay, this is very simple. 48,
Yeah, I did it.
49.
Uh, no, I didn't do it.
Again, a little bit of organic products and all you have to find out. There is a bromination happening first, where
Yeah.
the H will be replaced. Then again,
Uh,
Grignard reagent.
I knew the steps until the fractional distillation.
What do you mean? You knew the steps till fractional distillation.
I
You
mean,
knew why.
I didn't know what fractional distillation did.
You know what is why.
Yeah.
What is why?
After everything, why will it'll be like, uh, I mean, it's a 1 second. It's a pretty long thing. 1 second.
Are there going to be isomers in Y?
Yeah, there were. I mean, I think there were a few. I'll have to do it again 1 second.
You don't have to do it right now. I don't care about what happens there. You don't know the meaning of fractional distillation.
No. I mean, I did it now, so I know.
What is the meaning?
I mean, it will group it based on each isom. I mean, the number of isomers that are there.
What do you mean it will group it?
Uh,
What is fractional distillation?
it separates the uh, compound that you have
Mm-hmm.
based on its configuration of like isomers.
No, fractional distillation is not some microscopic process. It doesn't look at the isomers and molecular structure and then start separating with a fine comb. What is fractional distillation? It's a simple thing that even 8th grade, ninth grade people will know. What is fractional distillation? How do you think you get your petrol?
Like, I mean, like, okay, fine then. It works like based on the like,
Mhm.
I mean, boiling point of the material.
Uh-huh. How does it work?
So I mean, different parts of the mixture will boil at different temperatures.
Mm.
So we can keep heating up the mixture until some temperature, then some part of it will boil off. We
Mm-hmm.
can collect that part in a different vessel, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever is remaining will be um
Yes.
like pure.
So fractional distillation process, that's all that it means, and that's how crude oil is distilled, and you get so many things out of crude oil.
Yeah,
So boiling point, if it is different, then the material will you will separate it out.
yeah,
So all you have to figure out is that how many different things with different boiling points will be produced and why.
yeah,
Do you know that structure will affect boiling points?
yeah,
So if there are multiple isomers, there will be different boiling points
yeah,
products. So you have to first count them.
yeah.
In the exam, you didn't know what fractional distillation was.
No,
How is that happening, man? You never heard of the term only.
I heard, but
Okay. 50, what happened?
I got it wrong.
Okay. So 50, I don't know. There are some carboxylic acids and acetones and tetramaldehyde ketone chapter.
Yeah,
So I don't know it enough right now to tell you anything. But I can see 5, 6 questions which are totally doable.
yeah,
18 to 20 marks right here, and we have not yet gotten to the math part.
yeah,
And I'm sure if you do the analysis of the math section, there will be questions that you have unnecessarily skipped.
yeah. I mean, I did it. There were many questions that, I mean, yeah, I selected wrong.
Right. So whatever happens in one test, the reason we are analyzing it right now is so that you don't repeat the same mistakes.
Yeah,
So first thing is the list of things I mentioned, you need to start working on those.
yeah,
All of these things you need to work on immediately, and don't do anything till all of this is reasonably well prepared.
right. Yeah,
Nothing else has to be done.
yeah,
You need those 18 marks.
right.
All other marks will come. These marks will not come, and these marks will come in less than 15 minutes.
Yeah,
If you know these questions, they will be done in 5 minutes.
yeah,
The paper was not lengthy, especially the chemistry part. It's totally doable paper, and you have gotten 63, 64, and you could have gotten 82, 83.
yeah,
So if you had gotten 200, you would have gotten 99 point something percentile. It's
yeah,
simple. I'm sure 200 plus would be 99 percentile.
yeah.
we will do another discussion day after tomorrow, and I want to see another paper, whatever papers you have attempted, and I want to see progress in chemistry. You do another mock maybe in 1 or 2 days if you have any other mocks. We'll do a discussion for that also.
Okay.
And I want to see the progress in chemistry happening.
Okay.
Basically, I want to see more inorganic questions being solved.
Yeah.
It is laziness that is preventing you from getting 80.
Yeah.
Finish the prep,
Yeah.
however it takes, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And don't think it is memorization. It's not memorization. There are many parts of it which are conceptual, which you have not read properly.
Yeah.
Don't try to do blind memorization, that won't work. Try to understand the underlying reasons. If you cannot find the reasons in NCERT, find it in JDL or an online source.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, fine. We'll do another class on Wednesday, Thursday sometime.
Okay.
So then we'll discuss what is the progress.
Okay.
Fine.
All right.
That's all for now then.
Thank you.